Yeah, time for Setlist ATX, and we start with a sad piece of news we talked about on Monday. But yeah, on Sunday, the music world, the Texas country music world, lost a legend, lost one of the best, the great Charlie Robinson. Suddenly passed away, and you were the one that let me know, Nick Shuley, with Setlist ATX, our live music update from Nick Shuley, the president of the Austin Music Movement. That was a surprising text you fired my way on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, I figured I'd let you know. I know you're a fan too. I've always been such a fan of Charlie and Bruce, and I know Bruce well. And Charlie was like the showman, the super. Bruce would always say Charlie was the fun one. So he was Bruce a little more serious and like a really good songwriter, good guy.
Well, and Charlie played football at Southwest Texas State back in the day. He was, I don't know if he was a walk-on or scholarship, because he got the song about my hometown where he talks about playing football for the Rattlers or playing football for Texas State or Southwest.
He's got a song about that?
Yeah, well, it's a line of a song.
Oh, it's a line of a song. Still pretty cool.
We'll play that coming up. Yeah, so he was a big guy and big life of the party.
Oh, yeah.
And
that was the name of his album, was The Life of the Party.
Well, that was his best. I mean, he had some great ones, but how much collaborating did the brothers do on, like, Bruce writing songs? Because Bruce is one of the best songwriters in the business. Did you know how much they did on that, or did they just kind of work together, collaborative?
That's a great question. I would always check the liner notes just to, because like I just know that scene too well, just to see who wrote what. And like I think I can't remember. I'll probably get corrected on this, but I feel like it was that song "My Brother and Me." Like I thought did Charlie write it and or did Bruce write it and Charlie did it? I can't remember which way it was, but such a great song. Like, oh man. And they just that family's so talented, and it's just such a sad thing. Charlie will for sure be missed, and I know we talked about it. Like he was going to do those 2 shows at Green. I was so excited to get a chance to check him out, but it's just sad all around.
He lived the party for sure.
He did,
and all the way to the end. It appears, and it's very, very sad for his wife and his ex-wife and children, and that's terrible because Bruce has kids with Kelly Willis, and all the kids run around together, and very, very sad. And obviously he's so tangible to this community because you see him everywhere. He'd be down on Coke FM all the time with Eric Rains, and those guys are in here all the time, the Robinsons, and just very, very sad. Impactful for sure. All right, Nick, it's a great weekend, and you just said it's cooling down, and we got rain out here today. Did you drive into some rain coming in?
I did. It was blew my mind.
Awesome.
But it's the fall tour season, which means summer. It's time to get out on the road. So the lineups, you had to pare it back a little bit for Setlist ATX, where the best shows are all week.
Yeah, I was trying to keep my segment here, but below 2 hours. So we had to cut some of these bands off.
Well, let's do it. Let's start tonight with a big show at the Moody Amphitheater. Also one at Waterloo Records in store. Where are we going tonight?
Yeah, one of my favorite young up and coming R&B singers, Daniel Caesar. I got to see him at Lala a couple of years ago, and he's fantastic. Like that's totally worth seeing.
Lollapalooza for you unknowns.
Oh yeah. Sorry. And then a really good Swedish folk band playing Stubbs. Like I'm so happy to have like kind of the Stubbs outdoor season back. It's one of my favorite times of year where you get to go check out a show at Stubbs out there in that kind of backyard area. It's great. So cool. First Aid Kit tonight. City and Color will be at ACL Live, another good kind of indie folk group, or it's one guy, but they're kind of a group, I believe. And then a really cool post kind of hardcore punk band, Movements, are playing Emos. And local favorites that kind of blew up recently, and they're managed by the same folks that manage the Black Pumas, and it's a band called Briscoe, a couple of UT kids, and they're doing an in-store at Waterloo Records.
Good one. Nice. Those are cool. Then Thursday, another good night.
Yeah, more kind of indie music. St. Motels playing emos. Then over at the San Jose Hotel Courtyard, they do some shows every once in a while, and they got a cool kind of local Americana band, Harvest Thieves, playing there. And then one that we'll have a giveaway for, it's Darden Smith has this series of Who Said You Could Do That, where he kind of interviews different people and lets them play some songs, and they do that at the Stateside Theater there right by the Paramount. And our good friend Jim Ritz has offered up a couple pairs of tickets to that one, so that'll be a cool thing. And he's got Darden's got Sue Foley with him this time.
Be a good one.
Yeah, and then Tangerine Dream, an electronic group, is playing Mohawk, and Mohawk's is kind of the same thing. It's a good time of year to go there and kind of start to see some outside shows. And then
Tangerine Dream, I like that name.
Yeah, it's I think I want to say German. It's electronic music. And then Sylvan Esso will be doing 2 nights at Stubbs on Thursday and Friday, and they're kind of indie dance, electronica pop kind of stuff. And then a big one at the Moody Center, the Arctic Monkeys, big time band from the mid 2000s. And then the self-described greatest band on the earth, Tenacious D, will be playing Germania Amphitheater with Jack Black and Kyle Gass.
Rod and I have taken to calling the Cowboys defense the Tenacious D.
Tenacious D,
I like it.
Tenacious D.
Man, yeah. Well, I'm excited to see this defensive battle next week with the Jets.
Tenacious D.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we get the text from you people that says Tenacious D's you know what. You know what I mean? Come on.
Of course. you kind of laid that one up there. And then a good in-store at Waterloo Records. Shaky Graves will be doing an in-store there.
Austin High Maroon.
Yeah, that's true. And then Briscoe will be doing their actual big show besides that in-store. They'll be doing that on Friday at Scoot In Outdoors, which will be cool. And then I got to put the jam band in there because I know people get mad if I leave them out. So the Disco Biscuits are doing Friday and Saturday at Empire Control Room.
Disco Biscuits.
Yeah. That's a great name for a
Ty, are
band.
you familiar with the Disco Biscuits? I feel
I've heard of.
I figured that would be a Thai one.
Oh, man.
I have to check that out.
Classic.
And then an old Austin favorite playing Saturday, Del Castillo will be doing the Saxon Pub, and I remember they used to play Steamboat way back in the day. They've been around for a minute. Really good indie show at Stubbs, Local Natives, one of my favorites. Then this band Islands will be playing Empire Control Room 2, another indie group. And then this is the one I'm super excited about that I will be at. I've got to figure out how to get away from the Texas game. Hopefully it'll be out of doubt by that. Jawbreaker will be playing Emos, who are Jawbreaker and Green Day were kind of the exact same scene in San Francisco, the punk scene, and Jawbreaker stayed the indie route and never really made it. They're one of these sad stories of everybody's influenced by them. Everybody takes them out on tour. They're just like, and they have an incredible documentary called Don't Break Down, which is about
Jawbreaker. It's a great name too, by the way.
Fantastic group. They're definitely worth your time. And then a Rockefeller Records favorite will be playing Antones, one of Jay-Z's favorite artists, Freeway.
I remember Freeway.
Yeah,
no doubt.
State property.
Yeah.
And then pop stars Ali and AJ are at ACL Live. Local favorites will be doing the Pershing does a cool series of kind of, like laid back kind of shows, and they're doing this group called San Saba are playing on Saturday night, and then and also Saturday is the Dia 16 de Septiembre. And so they're doing a celebration at Far Out Lounge with Adriana Rosso, Easy Compadre, and a bunch of other groups to celebrate that. Mexican Independence Day.
Mexican Independence Day
Nice.
coming up, yeah. And then Sunday, man, it's just three headliners in 3 different spots. And then, gosh, Monday and Tuesday, are you kidding me? This is huge.
Yeah, Lana Del Rey at Germania. I know that one's going to be a big show. She's got a pretty hardcore crowd.
What's her story? She's such an indie, but she's like taken off. She had a grassroots, and now she's huge.
Yeah, she has one of those kind of Taylor Swift type fan bases that are just
devoted.
rabid.
Yeah.
Lana Del Rey, yeah.
She can do no wrong. And so she'll be doing Germania Amphitheater out at Coda, and then an artist you guys might have heard of, Sting, will be playing Moody Center.
It's pretty big time.
How about Moody Center Sunday, Monday, Tuesday? Are you kidding me?
And how about this one? How about Macy Gray playing Antones? Like
Nice.
that one's cool. That would be a good place to see her.
That is true. And then, Monday night, one of my favorites, plus one of the biggest traveling bands in the world for 2 nights at the Moody Center. Set that up.
Yeah, so Jason Isbell's doing an Austin City Limits taping, which will be one to definitely make. That he is. We talk about him all the time. He's one of the best there is in music. I'm very excited about that one. And then a big pop artist, Renee Rapp, will be playing Stubbs, I believe. And then what you mentioned, 2 straight nights of Pearl Jam at the Moody Center on Monday and Tuesday. That one's going to be crazy.
That is, Eddie Vedder is he can still get it, man. I saw him doing a duet rod with Beyonce recently. I was watching a video, and they were doing a Bob Marley song. So good. I mean, he can really sing.
His voice.
Well, we know
ridiculous.
he can always sing. He's just, and everybody that Pearl Jam has one of those Grateful Dead like followings.
Insanely rabid.
That place will be packed for 2 nights, and it'll sound great. But Jason Isbell and Pearl Jam playing on the same Monday night, then Pearl Jam again on Tuesday. That's awesome.
And the fact that they had Drake 2 nights this week,
yes.
And then I went to that one last night, and then 2 nights of Pearl Jam. I mean, it's pretty. The amount of amazing shows, like the job that they've done, that like booking that C3's crushing it.
Well, we said it when they built it. Austin would always get skipped by these shows.
Yeah, we were almost like a B market for these shows.
Yes,
and this turned us like directly back in.
You'd have to go to Dallas or Houston or San Antonio to see these big bands.
The Spurs took a chartered bus. They were in the box next to us last night. The entire team, like Wemby, everybody were there.
To see
Drake,
wow.
And they brought the team. And used to, it was the other way around. Like people would be going to San Antonio to see the show, and now they got to come here. there.
Was that the show that Drake brought KD on stage, or was the one before?
He brought him both nights, and
Okay.
Johnny Manziel was sitting behind him. I mean, it was Drake can bring out some star power. They had
that's wild.
They had a crew out there.
That's cool.
So the whole Spurs team, we got to be by Wemby?
Yeah, well, I didn't get to see him, but I'm sure if I stalked the suite, I could have just wait till one of them goes to the bathroom or something. That sounded wrong, but anyway.
I don't want to go to the bathroom next to Wemby.
You don't want to go to the bathroom? Yeah, you make you feel bad about yourself. Huh?
He's 7'6".
He's 7'6". So, or you'd be really shocked. You'd be like, "Whoa, bro, you're 7'6".
You got to get up some size somewhere, right?
Yeah, I was like, either way, you're gonna be either shocked or you're gonna be shocked.
Until the white boots girl comes back in, I feel like we got to bring her in every day.
The romper stomper.
We got to bring her up like once a day at least.
No doubt, no doubt.
Anyway,
all right, so that's Monday night with Jason Isbell taping ACLs. That's for the TV show, of course. So that's not a ticketed show, but if you're lucky enough to get into that, you're gonna love it. And then Pearl Jam, Moody Center, and then Pearl Jam again on Tuesday night, and then there are four other good shows.
Yeah, big influential indie rock group from Canada, Broken Social Scene, will be at Stubbs, and then one of my favorite groups, Head Automatica, will be playing Empire Control Room. They're super cool. Walker Lukens, who is Jim Eno from Spoon, one of his kind of prodigies. Walker's phenomenal. He's doing a Waterloo Records in-store. And then local guitar legend Jake Andrews, who's been playing, I mean, gosh, he was on stage with Stevie Ray Vaughan when he was like 12. He's been around for a minute. He'll be doing the Saxon Pub. And also Tuesday is, I got to announce it, is Ham Day. I know people know that, but it's
Health
the day.
Alliance for Austin Musicians.
So
nice.
there will be concerts everywhere all around town. It's a good day to go out and support music. Great charity that does a lot of good things for local artists.
How do you contribute to the charity if you can't get out to the shows?
So they'll have like a download link and all these things.
Nice.
They'll kind of blast it out on social.
Cool.
They'll be all over the news and stuff. I can
Health
pop that one
Alliance
up
for
next
Austin
week.
Musicians. You realize that
It's
a
important,
lot
though.
of these musicians don't have health insurance,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
They're independent contractors, and so for their hearing and just for their overall health. We just lost Charlie Robinson. I mean, these things are very, very important. So
artists move here for that charity. I mean, it's that big a deal. Like it is. It's a great.
It's phenomenal.
Deal. Yeah.
Ham Day. So get out and check that out. Tuesday. Pearl Jam, Lana Del Rey. Gosh, just great shows up and down the list. We'll post this for you. Excited about it. We have tickets to give away. Nick never comes empty-handed, even if he was at the Drake show last night. 2 pairs of tickets so you and a guest. We have 2 winners to see Darden Smith with Sue Foley at the State Theater right next to the Paramount on Thursday night. Thank you to Jim Ritz.
Yeah.
So caller, Ty, you decide. Caller 5 and 6 at 447-3776. Don't call if you can't go tomorrow night, or Thursday night, I should say. Yeah, it's tomorrow night.
Tomorrow.
It's tomorrow night now. Don't call if you can't go, but you can go if you are caller 5 or 6.
The weeks go by so much faster during football season, don't they?
Yeah,
you forgot it was Thursday. You're like,
I'm ready for Saturday, man.
I know.
Come on.
You just fly by. You got football on Monday, and then it helps to have that football on Monday because it makes the week really short.
So, in addition to the Spurs and Manziel, how was the Drake show?
It was good, man. He's it's tough because he does about 40 seconds of every song. I think he had his set list had 50 some songs.
Really?
He played for 2 hours and something. He did 3 different sets, and it was definitely a spectacle. It's it was. He blazes through it.
I know. I wouldn't like that. I'm like, I need the jams, and I want you to play the whole damn song so I can jam it out.
Yeah,
that's why I don't go to shows.
It's kind of
really
tough. And that's always been kind of a knock on hip hop live, is that a lot of artists just kind of play the track and then just kind of talk over it. And he did that some.
Did he have Did he have a live band with him?
No. So
See? That's why I like Jay-Z when he traveled. He had a band with him, like a live band. And
I'm the same way, man. Like when when they're remaking
instruments,
it just has such a different effect. And so he played the track for the first set. Then he had a DJ for the second set.
Okay.
And then 21 Savage came out, and so it was. It was definitely a spectacle.
I bet it was nice.
The
he puts on a
setup
show.
and the stage, all the lights, everything. It was crazy.
Crazy show.
Yeah.
Well, what Pearl Jam will be next week for 2 nights. I mean, Eddie Vedder, I don't know at his age, does he still do all the climbing stuff and doing that? But he was
a climber in this
my
performance?
gosh.
What would he do? What was he climbing?
He would climb up on
stage scrims.
He'd be 25, 30 feet in the air.
What was the purpose of it? Was he playing? Was he singing?
Eddie Vedder.
Was he a wrestler? Like he climbing up? What is he doing?
I'll show you some videos.
A daredevil, I guess.
That's why I didn't know that.
I have a feeling that one will be a little more instrumentation.
They're in the
a little different than the Drake show.
They're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame now.
Yeah.
But back in the day when he was coming online, he was a climber for sure.
Can I ask you about Drake though? How many of his songs did he actually were his R&B songs where he's singing or he's rapping? Because he's a rapper and a singer.
He did quite a bit of mix, but like I said, it was just kind of it was almost singing at all times and almost rapping at all times. So it was just, I'm a huge fan. Like I went and saw Drake at Spiro's. I saw him at South by when he played.
Yeah.
I grew up listening. I mean, like that mixtape, that first mixtape he put out, changed everything. Like I was such a fan. So I'm a huge fan. But yeah, it's just like once you hit a certain level, it's like it's a little more spectacle and that kind of stuff. But plus, he's got to blaze through.
He's got so much work out there now.
That's the thing you sit there and realize when you watch him is like, dude, this guy has just hits for days.
All right, we come back. It'll be Who Said That? Nick is the one that just said that. Thank you, Nick Shuley.
That's
great friend of the
man,
Austin music movement and great friend of our show. It's Setlist ATX. We're coming back.